Hello, I'm Brenda Williams, and I am a certified hypnosis professional. So, believe it or not, I never actually said to myself, I think I'm going to become a hypnotist. I actually kind of fell into it by accident. I was a first year teacher here in Arizona, under certified to teach what I had been teaching, which was special education, by the way. And as I went through that school year, there was just an incredible, because I was under certified, it was just an incredibly stressful year. And it was a struggle just to keep going and to put my best foot forward and bring things together. Well, I ended that school year, my first year of teaching, with some mild PTSD. So I went back to visit my old therapist, whom I'd seen in my 20s. And he suggested a book, but he was like, well, seeing me isn't going to be an option. You need something fast. So he suggested a book. He gave me some ideas about how I could find other resources that might be helpful, like other books, and sent me on my way. And I ended up, a week or two later, I ended up at camp with a friend of mine, Christian Scoresmith from Seattle, Washington. He had just become a certified hypnosis professional himself. So we were only together about 3 days. So we had 3 days and we did 3 sessions, and it was incredible. We accomplished as much in those 3 sessions as I did in the 2 years of psychotherapy in my 20s. I was blown away. I was like, what is this? How come I've never heard of this? Why isn't this everywhere? And I moved on, I moved on with life. Summer vacation ended and I went back to school, and the PTSD was no longer a problem. So I was bringing it. I was working my job and doing the very best I could. And then after a while, things kind of built up, and school got going, and I just remember I had lots of deadlines and things to do, and it was a lot of stress. So, and I was walking back into my classroom after a professional learning meeting, and I remember feeling this heaviness settle on me, and it was familiar. And I remember thinking, I'm not good enough. And then I realized, wait a minute, that's that old way of thinking. I haven't felt that old way of thinking in a long time. Snip, snip. And just like that, I was able to cut that old way of thinking off. And every day, for the rest of the school year, for the next 5 years afterwards, I was able to put my best foot forward and bring my best work and give my job the very best I had. And I was able to do that because of those 3 sessions that I did with Christian at camp, and also because he taught me self-hypnosis when we worked together. And so I continued practicing the self-hypnosis, and that gave me a really valuable tool to deal with life as life happens, and to deal with those stresses that come up and just naturally occur in your life. And it was incredible. So of course, after all of that, I had to become a hypnotist. So I became a certified 5-path hypnosis professional. That means phased, advanced, transformational hypnosis. And I also became a 7th path self-hypnosis teacher. And I've seen it make huge improvements, not only in my life, but in the lives of my clients and my students, my 7th path students. Now, why I love what I do is because not only does it help people become a better version of themselves, it helps by improving their mood, their attitude, changing their behaviors, or just teaching them different strategies, but it also teaches inner peace. I literally teach inner peace. And by creating more peace in the world, you can't help but make the world a better place.